not just milk. It's Dairy Gold milk. It's farm fresh and it's delicious.
The news.
With the news, my name is Alan Mwale. The headlines. A constable from the paramilitary unit has been arrested for the unlawful discharge of a firearm in Bauleni compound earlier this morning, and this is according to Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga. The Chililabombwe Municipal Council has issued a stern warning to residents against the indiscriminate burning of waste, describing the practice as a grave threat to both public health and the environment. Two United Party for National Development cadres, UPND, have appeared in the Mazabuka Magistrate Court for assaulting their district chairperson. In sports, the FAR's disciplinary committee has disqualified Young Green Buffaloes Girls FC from the ongoing 2025 FAR's Women's National Division 1 playoffs, following confirmation that the club repeatedly fielded an ineligible player under a false identity. We have the news in detail shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
The paramilitary unit has been arrested for the unlawful discharge of a firearm in Bauleni compound earlier this morning, according to Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga. The officer, identified as Constable Zuka, allegedly fired an AK-47 rifle in a public area around 0630 hours before being swiftly disarmed and taken into custody. Mr. Hamonga confirmed that the firearm used in the incident has been recovered and secured as evidence. The officer has been transferred to Woodlands Main Police Station, where he is being detained and is expected to face appropriate charges. He emphasized that the Zambia Police Service strongly condemns all forms of misconduct and remains committed to upholding professionalism, discipline, and accountability within its ranks. The Chililabombwe Municipal Council has issued a stern warning to residents against the indiscriminate burning of waste, describing the practice as a grave threat to both public health and the environment. Speaking to Konkola Radio News, Mr. Walya, Senior Environmental Officer in the Council's Public Health Department, emphasized that the smoke emitted from burning waste contains hazardous pollutants capable of triggering respiratory illnesses, particularly among vulnerable groups such as children, the elderly, and individuals with pre-existing health conditions. Mr. Chibwe further noted that open waste burning significantly contributes to climate change and global warming. He explained that such activities release greenhouse gases and toxic substances into the atmosphere, thereby accelerating environmental degradation and undermining efforts to promote sustainable urban living. He urged the residents to adopt responsible waste disposal practices by utilizing designated collection and disposal systems. Additionally, Mr. Chiwe called on the public to report any instances of illegal waste burning to the appropriate authorities, stressing that collective vigilance is essential to safeguarding community health and protecting the environment.
Burning of waste is a bad practice in a sense that the smoke which comes from burning of waste has many health effects and environmental effects. When we talk of health effects, you find that it affects people in terms of bronchitis, asthma, and those people who have difficulties in breathing. In terms of the environment, the chemicals which comes from the smoke the smoke which is emitted from the burning of that waste, some of it has harmful chemicals which can affect the environment in a negative way, which is one of the causes of global warming and climate change.
Two United Party for National Development UPND cadres have appeared in the Mazabuka Magistrate Court for assaulting their district chairperson. This is in a matter where Life Monga and Robson Mbewe, both aged 29, are charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, contrary to Section 248 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. The duo admitted the charge when they appeared before Magistrate Franz Zimba for plea on the 20th of June 2025. Particulars of the case are that on the 17th of May 2025, the accused persons attacked Wilfred Mulomba at a church, thereby occasioning actual bodily harm. Magistrate Zimba adjourned the matter to 24th June 2025 for presentation of written facts. The Livingstone City Council, LCC, has launched an enforcement operation against illegal land allocation on council-owned land stretching approximately 2.5 kilometers in the Parkview area near the tollgate. Council Assistant Public Relations Manager Mumba Gwen Mafwenko revealed that the land in question, clearly under the jurisdiction of the local authority, has been mistakenly regarded by some members of the public as traditional land. This misperception, she explained, has led to unlawful land allocation and unauthorized preparations for development. Mrs. Mafwenko cautioned the public against acquiring or attempting to develop land through illegal channels, warning that anyone found developing property without valid documentation and planning permission will face legal consequences. She stated that the council is acting in accordance with Section 19(1) and 2 of the Urban and Regional Planning Act No. 3 of 2015 and has moved decisively to halt all illegal developments in the area. As part of the crackdown, council officers working alongside the Zambia police dismantled poles used to demarcate illegal plots and confiscated building materials found on unlawfully allocated sites. Mrs. Mafwenko concluded by urging residents and prospective landowners to follow the correct procedures when acquiring land, reaffirming the council's commitment to orderly land use and sustainable urban development. We take a break and return with sports.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
The FAR's disciplinary committee has disqualified Young Green Buffaloes Girls FC from the ongoing 2025 Women's National Division 1 playoffs, following confirmation that the club repeatedly fielded an ineligible player under a false identity. The ruling comes after a protest lodged by Mwenzo Queens Academy, which brought to light that the same player, falsely registered as Sarah Tembo, featured in multiple matches for Buffaloes, including their fixtures against Valley Queens FC and Mwenzo themselves. After a thorough investigation, the disciplinary committee established that the individual impersonated a registered player using false documentation, and the player was not registered for the 2024-2025 season. Further, the committee established that the same individual featured in multiple matches, compounding the offense, and the club failed to respond to a formal request to exculpate themselves. In line with Rule 3.6 of the 2025 FAS National Division 1 playoff rules, which states that any team fielding an ineligible player or players shall be automatically excluded from participating. The committee has ruled that Young Green Buffaloes FC will be expelled from the competition. All matches in which the impersonating player participated have been forfeited and awarded as 3-0 victories to the opposing teams as per Rule 6.1 of the playoff regulations. The decision significantly reshapes Group A, where Young Green Buffaloes had earlier appeared to have secured qualification with 9 points. Their disqualification means that Valley Queens FC now stand alone at the top of the group with a perfect record, while Mwenzo Queens Academy are now back in contention for a top 2 finish. That brings us to the end of this edition of the news. To end, we recap on the headlines. A constable from the paramilitary unit has been arrested for the unlawful discharge of a firearm in Bowlining compound earlier this morning, according to Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga. The Chililabombwe Municipal Council has issued a stern warning to residents against the indiscriminate burning of waste, describing the practice as a grave threat to both public health and the environment. 2 United Party for National Development UPND cadres have appeared in the Mazabuka Magistrate Court for assaulting their district chairperson. In sports, the FAR's disciplinary committee has disqualified Young Green Buffaloes girls from the ongoing 2025 FAR's Women's National Division 1 playoffs, following confirmation that the club repeatedly fielded an ineligible player under a false identity. That's where we end. My name is Alan Moore. Do have a great one and stay tuned to Sun FM TV.
Sun FM.
Oh, what a bad day. When everything is bright and golden. The sun is shining and the mighty morning. Without my family in that moment, that day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
When you are there, you bring the shine. Banja washing powder, the family detergent.